So just to move on from wrist grabbing exercises to an actual attack, I'll ask David to come in a second and attack me, to try and strike me, and however you want. And initially, I'll have that kind of same annoyance feeling that I had before, and irritation and wanting to get him on the ground, okay? So Dave, yeah, if you, hang on, just let me get that in my head, because I've got to prep these things. Okay, come attack me now. Right, I think he was being generous to me in falling over there. I don't think necessarily I had to, so thank you very much. Just take a step back there, so I've got to run up, okay? And now I'll try and cultivate that sense of compassion towards David, of a bit of interest in actually what's going on here, and a sense of wanting to take care of the deranged lunatic who's coming for me. Let me lose all that annoyance and, okay, Dave, when you... Okay, just do one more, David, please. Okay, so it feels very different from my end, okay? So essentially, when I feel that irritation, I tend to dive in too quickly and get kind of stuck with him. All the same thing that happened with the wrist grab comes out, that I'm ahead of him, I'm not giving his energy the space to come through, and yeah, it's all a bit of a mess. And it's much easier for me to be in the moment and do what needs to be done when I'm feeling a sense of oneness with him rather than division. Okay, so that's it then. That's all that needs to be said about it, right? So we're done with the whole intention thing. You just have to have love and compassion for the world, and it's all fine. Well, for me anyway, it's not quite that simple, because I don't feel like I'm the Buddha, right? And frankly, people kind of irritate me, and especially when they're trying to hit me on the head or something or assault me, my initial emotional reaction is not one of love and compassion and oneness and wanting to explore this moment. So part of the reason I've procrastinated actually on making this video is because I don't feel it has total value to put a video out saying, yeah, you can just be really have oneness and a sense of compassion to your attacker, and that's good enough. It's great on the Aikido mat because, you know, David's my friend and we're enjoying practicing together. But I just know that my reaction in the real world is going to be adrenaline fueled. It's going to have a sense of fear for my personal safety, fear for embarrassment if my Aikido doesn't work, and all sorts going on, as well as like anger at who the hell does this guy think he is, that he's got a right to come over and try and assault me. So all that emotionality goes on, and I've not managed to meditate that away. Okay, so if you have, you don't need to be watching this. You can go back to, you know, cat videos on Facebook or whatever you like doing. This is all irrelevant. But for me, it's a problem, right? So, and it's a problem that can really lock you up faced not only in like actual out and out violent situations, but if you want to apply Aikido to other areas of life, if you want to think about it in terms of being in a business meeting where someone is cutting across you with, or you feel they're being domineering or something in the conversation, or in personal conversations or family relationships that go the same way, your initial sense of being, the initial sense that being belittled or having your opinion diminished or dismissed or not listened to, the initial sense that provokes is one of irritation. And I don't think it's a bad thing, actually. I don't think that it would be good if we didn't feel irritated when people infringe upon our boundaries. It seems like if you have a healthy sense of self-regard, that's something you should be irritated about. But you also want to move beyond it, so we can have that kind of nice, effective interaction with the UK, with the man on the street, with all the other relationships that take place. So I'm just going to run through a little kind of contrived demo of what goes on in me that I found is helpful to get beyond that energy, okay? Because I feel it needs to be acknowledged and not pushed down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask David to attack, and then I'm going to hit a pause button. And I'm just going to talk through the inner dialogue that might be going on with me if we were on the street and this was happening, or if it was representative of, you know, a difficult conversation, whatever, where I felt David was not listening to me and being verbally aggressive. Okay, so David, if you start attacking and pause, right? So I can see him coming in, and I'm getting instantly this sense of being like frightened. Is this guy a really good fighter? I don't know. who the hell does he think he is, that he's going to come and assault me? And I'm getting this sense of, like, I would feel quite justified just whacking him one, right? It's really irritating that he feels he's got the right to come and attack me. Okay, so, and this is all going on like in a split second here. Okay, I'm drawing it out so I can talk about it. It's just really necessary to acknowledge the kind of feelings it would evoke, and I can almost just like breathe them out of my system and say, okay, let's move beyond that and try and connect center to center on a physical level, and also on a deeper level, that I don't know why this guy is aggressive. I don't know what's going on with him. I'm thinking of Terry Dobson's story on the train that's very famous, of, you know, people getting having difficulties in their life and manifesting them aggressively. So maybe I can find a better solution than just whacking him one. Okay, so now if I take that attitude and unpause, and David comes in for the attack, and now I have a more benign response with him. Thank you. So I just wanted to make that, and I've probably gone on talking about this this extra bit more than I did the actual intention video. But I think it's really important, because we are human, and we can't and shouldn't try and deny that part of ourselves that gets really irritated when people violate our boundaries. So it's necessary to acknowledge we all have that and think about what we can do about it.